It's the phone is currently balanced in a really precarious position. So I've got my phone on charge because I've been out for most of the day, and it's balancing on the charger, and the phone is positioned in front of a kettle. So if at any point there's a weird change of frame, that's why. Got a very rogue setup. But anyway, had a amazing day today, true Renaissance day. Been coaching my guys in the Entourage out here in Stockholm, and yeah, it's been amazing. And yeah, we started off the day, we all got together, smashed the gym session like a proper band of brothers from back in the Paleolithic age, where it's just like, training, eating steak together, approaching women together. It's just been one of those like amazing days, and this is what it's about. You know what I mean? It's not about being the perpetual lone wolf anymore. He's going out to do his 10 sets, hoping a few girls like him. It's getting a community, being part of a band of brothers, and doing more than just game together, right? So find guys who you can train at the gym with, guys who you can go out to dinner with, eat steak with, talk about philosophy and literature, and just, I think above all else, just have fun with. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of the best feelings to actually have created a community of like-minded guys where, yeah, we can go out, we can cold approach together, but we can also train together. Yeah, we can push each other at the gym. We can sit around a table and just talk about absolute nonsense and just create these like inside jokes, because all of this feeds into how we're able to go into our approaches with the feminine. Yeah, the girl is our mirror. She feels what you feel. Yeah, so you imagine if you are that guy who spent all day at the office, hunched over a screen, spoken to nobody, then attempts to go out and cold approach with no prior social interaction, no support system in place, no like-minded community of like-minded brothers. That's the reason why most people don't get any results from cold approach, because they don't have what I believe to be the essentials in place. So that's why I built my community, the Entourage. That's why my guys get life-changing results when they work with me. That's why I put this community together. So yeah, if you resonate with me, you like what I do, then you can apply to join my private community, the Entourage. There's a link below this video. You can look at all my testimonials as well if you follow that link below the video. So, good game is just being honest. I remember reading The Alabaster Girl by Zan Perion long time ago. In that book, he says that honesty is the greatest aphrodisiac, okay? Honesty is the greatest aphrodisiac, meaning that all you ever really need to do if you want to develop rock star confidence, if you want to be swimming in more high quality options than you know what to do with, if you want to be the guy amongst women, all you ever really need to do is just be honest. Yeah? Just be able to declare your desire for the feminine in a non-needy way. And this is why I believe that learning this whole thing, this thing that we call game, it's a process of unlearning. Yeah, stripping back those layers of social conditioning so we can connect with our most authentic self. It's like the quote from Picasso: "It took me 4 years to paint like Raphael, a lifetime to paint like a child." What I find to be true with a lot of the guys who I work with, so 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, digital nomads, investors, execs, high level city worker guys, is they've almost lost touch with that child inside of them, which I understand. It's like Freud said, the adult is developed to protect the child. And I think we almost armor ourselves that when it's time to go out there and meet women, oftentimes we can be in this super serious, logical mode, and she never truly gets to connect with us, like who we actually are. And I think this is just an amazing realization. When you actually understand what I'm saying, you're gonna be able to have way more effortless conversations with the feminine. Speaking to women is gonna feel as natural as drinking water, because this becomes something you are rather than something that you do. And the way that we hyper-normalize this is honesty, right? So like, imagine that you see a woman strutting past you on the street. Like, imagine that she's your perfect type of woman, right? All you really want to do is just go over, delight in her, yeah? Like, you don't need any of these weird formulaic scripts or routines or London day game model. Oh, I need to vibe, I need to stack. Has she hooked yet? You're not thinking about any of that bollocks. You're just thinking, I'm a man, she's a woman, and I like that. Like Zan always says, beauty needs a witness, right? Beauty needs a witness, and honesty is the greatest aphrodisiac. So if you understand this, your entire life is going to change because you've already got everything that you need, like emotionally, spiritually, like it's already in there, right? Like being able to speak to a woman's fantasies, like, whoa, you're amazing, you look incredible, I don't need anything from you. It's just, I almost feel it's my God-given duty to be able to delight in you right now, yeah? Because that's what we want to say. Like, imagine that you see a beautiful car or you see a beautiful sunset, anything beautiful, we're able to just say, whoa, that's a nice car, that's a beautiful sunset, that's an amazing skyscraper. We can say that, but then when it comes to a woman, because we've got ego attached to it, because we think too many steps ahead, because we experience failure in advance, and because we reject ourselves on the woman's behalf, there's too much thinking that gets in the way. Like, one of the best hacks that I've found, especially if you're completely new to this whole cold approach scene and you've got a lot of anxiety, you've got a lot of self-limiting beliefs, is first of all, just go out with the mindset of making women feel beautiful. Just go out with the mindset of making every woman you come into contact with feel beautiful, desired, and sexy, because that's the greatest gift that we can give to women. It's the ability to make them shine. That's what human beings, right? Everybody wants to feel important. I think men want to feel powerful, women want to feel beautiful, everybody wants to feel important. And I think that when we go over to a woman, stone cold sober, during the day, and we've got full conviction behind our desires, like, you're incredible, right? Rather than living like a closet heterosexual, like most guys are living today, where they're scared of being men, they're scared of finding women attractive, they're scared of delighting in the feminine. Rather than that, we can make the decision today that we're going to go out and we're going to be the reason why these women feel beautiful about themselves. Because when we operate from this place of, I think, just love, like deep love for the feminine. It's like, what is it? A man who loves women is loved by women. A person who loves people is loved by people. The world's our mirror, it really is. And we become what we practice. And we don't necessarily attract what we want, but we do attract what we are. So all of that is to say, make sure when you're going out there, you're operating from a place of wholeness rather than from a place of lack. Meaning, I just want to give, yeah? Everyone's just trying to take things. Everyone's trying to suck value from everywhere. But if you can be the guy who goes out, doesn't need anything from anybody, and is just like, you're beautiful, you're amazing, oh my God, look at you, you are incredible, we should all go out for a drink. It's like, do you see the difference here? It's just this carefree, I want you, but I don't need you energy. And women remember this, they really do. Like, I was just coming back from dinner with the Entourage guys today, and I looked at my phone and I had a message from this girl, and I was like, who's this? And then I remembered it was this girl from almost a year ago, right? It was a girl that I approached in Krakow, and I remember her vividly because she was just this strikingly beautiful woman who was strutting through the streets of Krakow. All of the guys were just looking at her, like all the guys were just drooling over her. I was with my German friend at the time, and as soon as I saw her from the distance, I could see all the other guys looking. She just had this glow about her. She just had this, I don't know, like when sometimes you just see a woman, she's kind of got that energy where, if you approach her, something amazing could happen. But all the guys were looking, everyone else was NPCs, static spectators, just scared. Like, no one's even considering approaching her. It's just like, oh, there's a bit of eye candy. This is how the NPCs think, right? And then I let her go past me, circle back round, go over. It's super busy as well. And like, before I've even opened my mouth, she's smiling, she looks happy, she's almost thinking, oh my God, a guy's actually coming over to me. And then I take her to the side because the street's really busy. I'm just like, you look unreal. Like, you look amazing. And then I could just feel her. I could just feel her blossom in front of me. Yeah, it's like, because they're reading like 50 Shades of Grey, they're fantasizing about these masculine warriors who are going to come into the city, sweep them off the feet, Hollywood-esque moments like these. Beauty needs a witness, right? Your approach doesn't even need to be that good. You don't need to worry about conversation skills. It's just show up with full conviction, with full love for the feminine. Beauty needs a witness. I'm a man, you're a woman. I like that. A man who loves women is loved by women. As long as you can go over with that, I want you, but I don't need you energy. As long as all you need is to be able to just go over and put yourself into that conversation, that approach is just gonna, it's just gonna be like this kaleidoscope of fantasy in her mind. Anyway, we only spoke for about a minute because she had to go and catch a train, but I could tell that that conversation, it really spoke to her biology rather than her psychology. Like, it really hit her deep, because I remember her saying like she hadn't had the best of days today, and like no guy ever approaches her, especially during the day. So I'd already separated myself from the mind dead masses. This is the beauty of daytime cold approach, by the way. This is why I call it the decentralized skill set of the awake 1%, because when you're able to use this thing that we call game as a way of delivering your value to the world, it's a skill which unlocks the world. Yeah, and I think it's one of the most memorable acts, yeah, that we can actually make. It's like, she remembers that. So anyway, she went to get a train. I was super busy with coaching. The logistics didn't work out last year for us to actually go on a date together. I was a little bit sad by that. I was like, oh, this is actually a really great girl. We'd have actually like had a really amazing time. Because before we'd even gone on the date that we had scheduled, which didn't translate into anything, before we, like, she was like sending me these 2-minute voice messages being like, hi, good morning, hope you're having an amazing day. And then during the evening, she was sending me voice messages like, hi, good evening, how's your day? Like, just, you know what I mean? Just like that type of wifey material, like that wife-worthy woman type of caliber, where she's asking how my day's been, she's super invested. It was just nice. And I think a lot of guys get into this because they want to find that good quality woman, yeah, that wife-worthy woman who is there in their corner, who's asking how their day's been, maybe gives a massage at the end of the day, is a compliment to their super busy lifestyle. Like, you know the woman that I'm talking about. And then out of the blue today, she just drops me a message and she's like, hey, I know it's been almost a year, but how are you? And I'm probably like, I'm not going to pursue this particular person because, I mean, she's in Poland. I don't have any plans to go to Poland. But it just really demonstrated to me how powerful this skill set is. Like, she still remembers me a year later, right? And all of these bozos in the manosphere space are like, oh, they've got so many options, they've got selection paralysis, she's never gonna remember you, what's the point? Oh, it's so beta to compliment a woman. All this nonsense, this garbage from losers who are just not doing anything with their lives. Just these commentators, these talking head buffoons. You never see them actually do anything, go out into the field. It's all fucking nonsense. Anyway, she still remembered me a year later, right? So this really speaks to the power of being honest, you know, just being honest. Hey, I just saw you walking past me. You look amazing. What are you doing right now? That's all you actually need. Like, once your energy's on point, once you've got your mind in the right place, once you're going over there with that I want you but I don't need you energy, once you radiate that love for the feminine, because dude, I don't know about you, I would not want to live in a world which no longer had women inside of it. All these bitter trolls online who were just hating on women. It's like, dude, if women were even on this earth, you wouldn't even have a proper reason for being. So like, stop coping. Like, stop bullshitting yourself. Oh, women are this, women are that. It's like, yeah, but dude, as soon as you find a woman who actually likes you, all this shit goes out the window. It's what I see with guys all the time. Like, oh yeah, I wouldn't date that girl. She's this, she's that. As soon as that woman displayed interest, she's the best thing in the fucking world, right? It's how guys operate. But this whole like good game is just being honest. I think this is why the stereotypical bad boy is such a compelling archetype, because unlike the nice guy who hides behind a bouquet of falsity, the bad boy just says it as it is, right? He does what he wants to do because it pleases him. He rejects anything from his reality that no longer resonates with him. If he wants to travel to a new place, if he wants to compliment a woman, if he wants to take 5 women out on a date at the same time because it's funny, then he'll do it. Yeah, but the nice guy, he's always second guessing himself. He's a people-pleasing pussy. He's petrified of rocking the boat or pissing people off. So we want to assimilate. Like, it's not about, we don't need to be a fucking arsehole. It's not about, oh, bad boy, nice guy. It's just being the sort of guy who does what he wants to do because it pleases him to do so. Good game, it's just about being honest. It's being able to say what we feel rather than what we ought to say. And no, it's not giving you license to be some little simp. Like, you see a girl walking past you, oh my God, you're the most beautiful girl on earth. Like, please, please, please like me. Please give me your Instagram. Like, all this fucking nonsense. It's like, good game is just being honest, yeah, saying what you feel rather than what you ought to say. So let me finish off this by just giving you a really practical exercise that you can do after you've watched this live stream. All I want you to do, right, if you've never done any of this before, or maybe you've been in the game for a while, you've gotten a little bit rusty, just go out into your city centre one day this week and aim to compliment between 5 and 10 women, right? All you need to do is focus on the open. Don't worry about getting phone numbers. Don't worry about any happy endings. Don't worry about getting dates. None of that stuff matters. All you need to focus on is getting yourself into those conversations and blowing those women away within the first 3 seconds, right? So find between 5 and 10 women, depending on how busy your city centre is, go over to them, nice and confident. It's not fake it till you make it, just believe it so you can become it, right? Women are craving, that they're crying out for this, right? They want to be approached. They want to be made to feel beautiful. They don't get this on dating apps or getting DM'd on Instagram. Again, when you're going over to a woman in person, stone cold sober, you're speaking to her biology rather than her psychology. So just set the intention. That is the only mindset that you need to start getting points on the board from cold approach. Just go out to make these women feel beautiful, blow them away, see if you can make them blush, see if you can make them play with their hair, say it with a smile as well. Like, you can see in myself now, I'm getting animated about it. Like, this is why I continue to do what I do, because I believe this is my life's work. I believe that I'm doing God's work. I believe I'm empowering a generation of men to live a life beyond the beige, because I know there's a lot of guys out there, they want to find that wife-worthy woman, but at the same time, they just don't know how to go about it. They don't want to be doing dating apps. They don't want to be hanging around grotty nightclubs until 4 a.m. They don't want to try and strategically get women through their social circle, and they don't want to be mass DMing hundreds of women a day like some little simp. So it's like, okay, what are my options here? Oh, I know. I could just go out, like go outside, and I can meet women via organic face-to-face interaction. But a lot of guys don't know how to do that. They're worried about being creepy. They're low on confidence, whatever. So that's why I do what I do. That's why I put these videos out. That's why I document my life, one live stream at a time. It's why I put the conversations out onto the internet, just to show you boys that it's possible. I'm very transparent about my journey. 4 years ago, I'd never done a direct daytime call approach in my life. I was a porn addict. I had erectile dysfunction. I looked like a turnip. I dressed like a moron. No woman wanted me. All right. Now, when I post videos, guys are like, oh, it's easy for you because of the way that you look, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, cool story, bro. When I was first making these videos 4 years ago, it was, oh, you're ugly. You're a 4 out of 10 at best. You're physically disadvantaged, blah, blah, bullshit. So go out. I forgot I was going to say it. Go into your city centre and just set the intention of making between 5 and 10 women feel beautiful. That's it. Yeah. And I think if you can do that, then you've already separated yourself from 99% of guys, all these low-life losers online who just want to hate and criticize. Like, why do you want to hate? Like, why do you want to criticize people such as myself who are actually doing great work for men? And I'll tell you why these low-life losers decide to criticize, because when they see somebody like me who's undergone a radical transformation, it shines a spotlight up to what they could have been, yeah? What they could have been. So don't be one of those low-life losers who criticizes and complains and blah, 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 blah bullshit. Get yourself out there. focus on improving yourself, focus on becoming the most fuckable version of yourself. Like, of course, like, it's not just, this is not to say that you're going to go over to every single woman and she's going to be besotted with you immediately. No, it's a lottery when you go out there. You're not going to be every woman's type. Not every woman is going to be available. But it's about going out there with the right intentions, understanding that not every woman is going to want to sleep with you, and that's okay, right? That is okay, right? But then making sure that you are taking care to take care. So become the most fuckable, attractive version of yourself. Work on your mindset, work on your inner game, your outer game. Focus on your fatness, your fitness, your fashion, your finances. Like, this is all game is, right? It's becoming the most fuckable version of yourself, giving yourself the permission to say what you want to say rather than what you feel as though you ought to say, connecting with your most authentic self so you don't sound like a fucking creep when you go over and speak to women during the day. And if you're struggling with any of this, definitely download my free courses. So I put just a shitload of hours into putting this content out there for you boys. When this live stream's finished, links below, you'll be able to download my free courses, right? So I give information away for free. So everything you could possibly need is on this channel in the free courses. I give away information and I charge for implementation, meaning that once you've got to a point in your life where you're like, do you know what? I really fuck with Kristian. I want to join his network. I want to travel the world with him. I want to train in the gym with him. I want to get trained by him in person. I want to really accelerate my Cold Approach progress and just become part of this movement of like-minded savages. Then apply to join the Entourage. That's what it's here for. I'm creating this decentralized community. We're taking over the world. We are introducing new members at a rapid rate. Every time a new member joins, I increase the price. This is really just the best thing. Like, I'm waking up every day in my dream. I love my life. I love what I'm doing. I just really enjoy inspiring you boys to, I think, just become better, 1% better every day, all that jazz. So, hopefully that this has inspired you. Just go out, just start getting out more, just start talking to everybody, just talk to more people, stop spending so much time on your own. Fucking make women feel beautiful, because that makes you feel good as well. Yeah, rising tide lifts all the boats. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, like the live stream. If you don't like me, let me know in the comments. It's all great for the algorithm. And download the free courses when you get the opportunity to do so. All right, boys, love yous.